question number 13, and it says, and you'll have to look at your paper for this because there's a bunch of graphs, but it says which graph below represents the function f of x is equal to x to the 1/3 x minus 4. Given that this is f prime of x and f double prime of x. So, based off these functions, we can tell some things about our graph. So first of all, I know that at the point 0, or at the point value x equals, well, when I set this function, the roots of my f of x function are both 0 and 4, because I'm going to set it equal to 0, set those terms equal to 0, and solve. And so I know that my graph should go through, at least go through or touch both 0 and 4. And all of my graphs do that, so that's good. I also look at my first derivative, and I know that here, when I set it equal to 0, I get, or the top equal to 0, 4x minus 4 is equal to 0, I get x is equal to 1, and I set my bottom equal to 0, and I get x is equal to 0. And at x is equal to 0, that point is, the slope there is undefined. So we can cancel out any graph that doesn't have an undefined slope or something weird going on at 0. So that's, we can cancel out E. So out of our choices, A, B, C, D, and E, we can go ahead and cancel out E. We can cancel out, I think that's it, but we should mostly be looking at B and D. Oh, also, at x equals 1, if I test points on either side, if I test 2, I get a positive over a positive, and I test, I don't know, 1/2, I'd get a negative because the top would be negative. So I know that I should have a relative minimum at 1. And so then I can cancel out A, I can cancel out D. So only C and B are possible choices now because both of those have minimums at 1. And then you can then look at the concavity, but there's also a little quick way without even having to look at the concavity. We can look at the slope after 0 because if you look at graph B, the slope is increasing, while in graph C, our other option is decreasing. So if I test -1 here, I'd get -4 minus 4, which is -8, so it's negative on top, over 3 times the cube root of -1 quantity squared, so that's -1 squared, so that's positive. So it should be, the slope should be decreasing at -1. Yeah. -4 minus 4 is -8, and then negative